Let us be mindful of time. If you don't come on time, we have other people that follow children to that place. You just say, it's a person that we have asked this coming to you. You just come and look at it and say, you are not there. We have other people that just, this year we are going to have extra hands in all the centers. So once you are not working, you just say, coming up. There's one second thing and you know your class. That's the vice. So just come and say, school on a Monday, where to? Oh, Santa is there. We will be taking all the challenges for the father of bringing the material. Other things are you check the materials because we have seen in many places. Oh, I'm going to say, question of the someone who had to provide to cover and especially that. Because those who are going to school, what are they doing? I'm going to be one second paper, man, you want 300 on the paper, but we have got stop! Our class have not gotten paper. Let me take this step where we do. He said, when the other people are taking paper, I was sitting down there. You know my village anymore. This part, last time, doesn't matter. He said, other disability man. He said, it is another barony, and they don't like with them. And the professor never said, and instead of family working, the man does not know how to operate it. But he was doing how I saw working. That's not what you do. You have to write that. You made a lot of them. This is good. This one. Today, I can see writing their last one. Set up the example. Before you know it, they don't like it. Only the man should be better like that. You don't know it. But when you are moving around, it's coming in. So as it's coming, you know you are in charge of that class. And that was that. He died almost 2 years ago. There are two dark parts. Another one is going around. The one that wanted to do exam mathematics was staying, and he was not moving. And the supervisor was down doing some other thing. Because you know it, you see how to answer. The children were so intelligent. They said, no! Told you now she was exposed when you. And she was exposed. And she exposed another person. And exposed another person. So the children said, I want to success from online. I want to so this is how to do it. I want to success from also pray. You are not doing it well, that's not correct. It's not example what it is. He said, the way they do it is different way. So just look at it, we are defined in our activities. That once somebody mess up, they are going to mess up that person. Because we are legally registered by federal government. So when we tell you, if you are in Ibadan, the Nigerian police station should go back because it please block this person up. I want to know bail the house, I'm a young person. Police station, I'm sorry about it. You don't put everybody. You know, you have to let me find it. Right? Take it there to because these are more of those who prepare limbs 24 years ago. This exam we are writing is the 17th one we are writing. So many of the children we have produced have passed out universities. But we see that I saw somebody last year who wrote LEC in our school. A graduate, teaching now, working at America, and is now supervising, is now invigilating LEC exams. And he was in the center, I don't know whether the doctor was sitting down. And he rose up and said, I went to your primary and secondary school. Passed through the land, now a teacher. How? So, what are you doing? I said, I'm not an invigilator. The same exam that you went through. Say, yeah, what you got that? He said, I got 72 data. And I told my children, you can take it for now because this is an exam that I did and make what I have to do. So, please, let us go down. So, let's get first reading, Sanwo-Olu of our own. Kelly, and I'm going to read for you. Is
Alhaji Tẹ̀kí Mọ̀sùn ní ṣe station.
You don't know the third name. I said you know their third name now. What's the third name?
Oh,
Ayọ̀mídé.
Àwọn tó ṣe rí yé.
Akínlóye ọmọ bá lọ.
Okay. Ìdánilẹ́bàdàn máa ń lo Akínlóye àti mẹ́mbà. When I was in Ìbàdàn, okay, Akínlóye ọ̀sẹ̀. That's the third name. I have to introduce our guy here. Let's start with my life. I have what is the correction from Alibosho? I have another one from Kutobe. Ọ̀gákàlọ́kà. Ọ̀làgbọ̀nrẹ́ mi ti yẹ. State General Secretary. Ọ̀gákùnkùn Amẹ́ríkà.
Láfáyà.
Who's there?
Láfáyà.
Láfáyà of my name. Thank you from
That was his name. Okay, what is his name?
Thank you. From Oyo State, Alhaji Akobi Igboya. Yes. Then, this is Alimosho. So, the coordinator, she witnessed, and then
What is his name?
What is his name?
What is his name?
Ismail Akobi.
Oyomi.
Oyomi, child accountant. Thank you very much. Thank you all. My guy in the house. Former chairman, coordinator of Akebe, and now is collector. Oyemeka Lori. Alhaji Ibrahim Yusuf.
What is his third name?
Yeah, we have Malga, Imam and Malga. Only gbogbo yẹn only had Bello, only had Bello, only had Absalam, Agborogo, Ayọ̀mídé, Fáyọ̀dé, Uniyan. Ọ̀gá mi ló kéde onímọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ fà ní ẹ̀ka fún lówó ìwọ̀n ló kéde Adéṣẹ́ Adé. No, it's doctor, professor, review. Ilẹ̀ sọ ti ẹ̀kẹ́ láyé.
Ẹsẹ̀ kẹ̀lẹ́ gbogbo man. Vice chairman man.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Adébí vice chairman man. Ọ̀gá mi láti ìgbòjú lánàá. Man, ẹ̀sọ́ mi fún man. Ọ̀gá mi náà fún ọjọ́ ọmọ fún man ẹ̀mú yẹn. Ẹ̀mú. Ẹ máa gbowó ẹ̀ dáadáa. Ẹ̀sọ́ mi fún ọmọ. From Ikorodu.
The coordinator of coordinators.
Yes, ọ̀gá kan fún dání ẹ̀. Ṣégbà àwọn olóko tó wà. A máa ká tó ní ẹ̀kọ́ pọ̀. Lẹ́yìn
Ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀gá ti wá.
ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ọ̀gá wà. Lámìnà ìjọba akáyọ̀ Ayọ̀mídé. Ọjọ́ kò dé lọ, ọjọ́ mo rò pé ọjọ́ yóò kọ́ dé lọ. Pàtàkì láti fẹ́ mọ ọjọ́ yóò dé lọ. Olóhùn ní inú gbogbo ọjọ́ ṣe wọlé bẹ́ẹ̀ fún mi. Ẹ bá a kẹ́ ọ́ dé. Torí pé mi ò mọ orúkọ yìí, mo fà ní àwọn mẹ́ta lọ. Ìṣúná, mi ò mọ orúkọ yìí. Ọdún kẹkẹta. You're welcome. Thank you very much, sir. That is our beautiful lecture. Please move the man is the man that is the
I just want, is it possible we have a supervisor number because we won't be able to leave the class and say we want to go and report something to me for her. The supervisor's number.
Please don't lie now.
Our use of omission of things.
Okay,
We
we don't.
mentioned a form that the supervisor will give the instructions for the sometimes around the not yet.
We didn't understand.
I go take that down.
Nothing was only it's only
Okay, omission of names.
commission of names. And you mentioned another form that will be filled. But it was decided a scenario which was not clear with respect to the form and being impossible. So I think it's very clarifying.
Just now, about
My question is, like the lecturer mentioned that during the examination, some so my question now is it possible we tell teachers they should not be given the chance to come there, not to talk of plagiarism? Or will it be the supervisors or the invigilators that will be doing such a thing? So please, I want to suggest if we can send information to students, teachers are not allowed to come into the hall. Or what our suggestion?
I appreciate Allah for the opportunity to be here. Likewise, our lecturers, our fathers, our founders. May the mighty Allah increase your wisdom, your strength, and everything about you, every good thing about you. The first thing, last year I raised an issue, and fortunately, the thing came up where I was sent to, and it was related again now that in case a child is sick, sometimes the sickness may be, in what we don't understand. As Muslims, there are some sicknesses we don't understand. I cannot even attend to it. So I was at Ikorodu last year when a parent brought her son and was telling me that he wanted to stay with him, and she wanted to stay with him. Why? You cannot. Don't worry, I will handle everything about him. So along the way, I left the hall to another hall. Before I know, the supervisor there was calling me that a particular child has been left the seat for about 30 minutes. You understand? They left the seat for about 30 minutes to the toilet. He was in the toilet for a good 30 minutes. And that's the same child that the mother said she wanted to see with. So along the way, we discovered that the child was he needs rupiah. In fact, it was like saying jargons, rubbish, and everything. And when I was called, immediately I got down. It was the exact time our registrar, Mr. Rocky, came in. In fact, they brought the child out of the toilet, and it was exactly when Mr. Rocky came in, and he was the one that attended the child. Giving rupiah, everything, started everything. I could not even leave order, for not to cause unnecessary malpractices. I could not leave. He just asked me to stay, and he was the one. Now, sir, in case of that something, I didn't mean Mr. was not in there. That means the next person is either me or this individual of that person. And it becomes catastrophe or create unnecessary sin. That is number one. Wait, no, I don't think.
Don't answer it tomorrow. Don't answer.
Happen again. Among my colleagues, how we had. So it was later discovered that a child went home with his OMR. No, you don't hear that from that. So the child went home with his OMR. And the invigilator wrote that all were present. All were okay. Not until we started counting and everything before we discovered. Now, we were now calling the school. The school was calling the parents. The parents rushed home to go and meet the child. And fortunately, the brother got the OMR sheet in his progress of play. Exactly. Now the question is, we within ourselves, we have resolved it. But now to our invigilator. The problem came from the invigilator and bound to the supervisor because he then did not ask questions from the invigilator or the supervisor. Now I want to get an answer. The question is now, are we going to mark that answer? Are we going to mark OMR because I'm taking home? And for the social not to resist this
Number one is which was special candidates. I'm not sure last year, that is our special students. So it is not impossible that the organizer may not identify them. And also the school might not even report, the school and the parent might not even report them. So they just blind them along with the other programs. So I think the supervisors, our invigilators, they should be very, very observant. When we observe such in our center, let's do reports so that necessary action is taken on that. That's number one. Then number two, the issue of non-submission of webinar sheets. In fact, it was what I noted, one of the things I noted here before we actually mentioned it. It also happened even at Alimonshore, where the child will, after writing the exam, will sort the answer, the webinar sheet into question paper and go with it. So, and the question now is, where was the invigilator that collected the webinar sheet from them? So whenever we enter into our class where we are posted, let's count how many people are there. If they are 30, ensure that the webinar sheet is 30 before leaving the hall because it can create a lot of problems, such as the question being asked now. Are we marking that spirit or not?
Most of these questions we are asking, if it happens in your school, how do you want to resolve it? For that one, there are some good schools when somebody is conducting an exam, is it permitted to answer the question from the student or talk to the supervisor? We have it in our school. In our school, all these special candidates are from our school, we know them. I want to see one day. And one more person has said that. You know, a lot of things happen, not so anything. You need to know, not so anything. It's so simple that even after exam, It went to Lukia place, he took care and he was discharged. Same happened to what happened at Limassol was a small case, but the man took as big case. The case is that when you are registering, you're supposed to tell us the case that person has. Yes. You write not sense. You must say only for right. Only Kakosu answer. Amount of Baba said. You know why other students see that because you know the image he's going to give to us. Because he came around and said, once he wants to come and sit down and start with that. Those ones said, no, it's not done, because you have not told us that. The next is to go to Facebook and start saying, oh, I can't exam, or the example. But the nature of the case was very specific. So I want to my damn question. What's that like that?
Number one is the case of either we can collect the number of the supervisor or not. It depends on when people have done that as our arrangement. We are having a simple on for our center. We will all see ourselves. But from here. When, okay. All from here. the person name or phone number can't be known from here. But if we ourselves, we don't know where we are going to go send to until that morning, like this, you here. That will protect the exam as well. Then on that day, when you get to your place or she gets to your place, your coordinator and your in-house that we call assistant supervisor will liaise with him. Normally they will that number. Then you can liaise with him or your assistant supervisor to call them. First that don't give your own or for those that just depend on the one with you. If you have a big call and everybody is the same call, you see yourself easy. If you have different classroom that you can all, maintain your own call. So always be free to move around those classes to attend to your issues. When you are like a self or something that we call assistance. Very can I do that if your own soul do not give us enough indicator as you are called for. Maybe your soul are back to bring 12. And they only got those two now that we issue on that day. But the point is that when those that were here should want invigilate at your place. Not how to bring anybody again to come and tell us it's not here and not here what we have had now. So that is the matter. For that day, there was a man who are glad that I told you before that day.
But right.
Is it allowed for teachers to go into the classroom? Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. Teachers are not allowed to go into the classrooms, except the invigilators. Even in fact, teachers are not allowed to move close to the vicinity of where they are writing the exams. So we implore invigilators that come from different schools. Those teachers that are coming to your place, to that center, they should move closer to the hall where the pupils are writing the exam. It's also part of my practice. Teachers walking around at the corridors where the pupils are writing the exam is not allowed at all. Is it taking place?
Yeah, it's starting.
Adebi Ibrahim is my name.
Number 3 question.
Sorry, number 3 question. I think it was on mixing of names.
Omission of names.
Mixing of
Omission of names.
where man from, not available on that day.
No.
And the candidate at the center.
So what's the solution?
No, omission of name.
Omission of names. When supervisors are going round, they go with empty OMR. So be rest assured, any candidate that comes to the center with his or her photo card is going to write the exam. So that problem is left to us here. Yeah, that problem is not your problem, it's our problem. So you can't solve it.
Branch number 4.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The question, I think 2 questions raised. I'm going to answer part of them. But I'll say this. The problem emanates from administrative points. At the point of registration, you see disability there. It's a special whatever. If at that point the ailment of the child is not captured, you are not maybe if you are the one that registered the pupils, you understand what I'm saying. At the point of registration, you see the point where they will state that you should state
Any disability.
ailment of the child. So, and there is a point, as another way that they said, orders that can be written. We conceal what we need not conceal. And that's why he said it from the office. And after registration, while it is being processed in the office, part of what we're supposed to look at our own end is to look at that area. Then we isolate those candidates peculiar to the center. That okay, we notice that and we inform the supervisor going there that maybe 1 or 2 candidates has so conditions. Now come to the fact that okay, it is not stated. We are Muslims. and we need to ensure that we say the truth at all times, so that whatever we are doing, all these things is not easy. We don't jeopardize the effort of our leaders. The parents that are coming with that child, if either it is stated or not stated, it is not allowed to write exams the same way other children will write exams, either paper, PPT or CBT. I'm very sorry to say, looking at the angle of even the higher exam body like WAEC and NECO, which I'm an examiner, there is no point where you write the same exam with all those people that are having certain challenges. And even with the government statement that we have inclusive education, inclusive learning, it is not even the same way we teach them. So why would they write the same exam, write exam the same way? It is not possible. It is only that things are turned upside down. So please, if the supervisors, on behalf of bosses here, if we have such a candidate, if it is stated, we isolate. Like this special case, you need not allow the child, because for any reason to allow the mother or the father to stay with the child, you are passing another information to the outside world. So please don't let us allow what is not. If such a candidate comes to the center, give him the paper. If he cannot do it, that's all. So he or she has been registered. Then secondly, for those that are having the case, this is a recurring something, and we have to find solution to it this time around, because I've been part of a certain committee on this. We need to stop it, make it in the board. How do I mean by that? Why will a candidate go home with a script? You are writing WAEC or NECO or Beckett. Will you go home with your OMR sheet? Please let me state this. The invigilators need to know their duty. In some schools, based on experience, we allow personal whatever to infiltrate into our official duty. What they are asking is a very common phenomenon. We allow people that are not supposed to be in the exam hall to be there. I'm saying it with honesty. But it is not right. Most of our centers have been in a place, they welcome me very well. If I'm an highly officious person, when it comes to exams, I don't compromise. And I believe other colleagues are like that. But most of the coordinators or principals, VP, whatever, when they come around, people that are not obliged, even if that person is not around, the accredited invigilators are not around. You don't substitute because they don't attend the training. You don't bring another person in the name of the person that is not available, having attended this training. So what normally happens is that you bring people that doesn't know the job. And that thing, in the case of numbering of the classes, that is where this thing happens. They model things up. Some people use about 10 classrooms for exams. There is a big hall, there is another small hall somewhere, one down. When they are collating, in the course of collating, you see the children moving, whereas they're supposed to sit for invigilators to collect before they will stand up. So some of them will be eager to submit because the parents, they are waiting for them to go. So if either way they submit wrongly, and it's an extra job on the supervisor to arrange again. You're supposed to sit at the candidate will sit down, then according to the numbering, they collect. If there are two invigilators, you can collect this way, then later you match together. But in most cases, you allow the children to go, and it emanates from those people that are not part of the system that infiltrate the exam hall or invigilator. And I want to say this, we are together, supervisor. We need to be on top of the game. If you are there and you cannot be the final arbiter in decision making, then you need not be there. You have to tell them whatever they need to do and what not to do. That okay, so invigilators stay here. You see some of our invigilators during the course of the exam, they want to go and greet somebody that is passing by. Even if the proprietors of the school is passing by, you are not to leave the exam hall. If you know your right, I tell some people some things we do, and it is common to our school. Somebody is passing through the corridor and the children are there. They say, they say, please, it is wrong. And that is some of the things that is happening. Somebody that is passing by, you invigilator, you want to go and greet, you leave your duty. It's because we have been doing it in our school and we get nobody to correct us. It is wrong. If you ask the children to stand and greet and they don't greet, it will beat them and that will punish you. So the same way if you are invigilator, your provider sack you because of that, go to another school. If you have real reason that, okay, because I'm supervising this exam, and for this moment, I'm subservient to the authority, then you need not go and be greeting somebody. Even supervisor, during the course of that problem, you need not to say, I'm very sorry to say, these are little distractions. They are distractions. And these are things that are part of the system. And if we fail to tell ourselves what is right, then we do the wrong thing always again and again and again. 2 years ago, it happens in animation. Last year, it happens again. Somebody raised it again. And Ikorodu. I supervised Ikorodu sometimes ago. I don't want to be saying some things, but let us be on top of our game. There are some people, they don't know. People Jesus Christ said it. Babadari Kimotolu Omotonshi. They felt we are doing the children good, but we are causing more havoc than good. When somebody doesn't know something, you want to hate them. He doesn't need it. Must they take first? My school has taken first over about 10 or 7 years ago. Since then, I'm not taking it. Do I fight anybody? It is not mandatory that you came first. But if you know what to do, go and do it. Go and prepare before the exam.
What we do is, if you allow you to know people to supervise them, he or she may be influenced. We have our making our but the morning you are going out is that time around 4 a.m. They have said, Mr. Bello, where were you last year? So later, I went to Ikorodu this morning. So people in Ikorodu just see Bello coming down, not that much of it. Mr. Bello, one day you got there, see a lesson one. Okay. See. So apart from that one, at least, if you are not able to pay well, at least you can community. But Agbara will take carry the pay money and be able to look. But I know many of our supervisors now are riding cars on their own. At least in my fingers, well, like I demand, maybe Ibrahim, Blackball,
that part of faith.
I know that you don't need Labelo, who are one. Labelo will be there, 70,000, 70,000. While I'm a son, while I want to Labelo. Last year, the president was moving from Lagos to Ijebu-Ode. On his way, the motor gets broken down. Any Babadi. But at the national meeting, to say, the question we're asking ourselves is that, is he linked or president? He's supposed to be linked. But because people seated at my back have not been supporting us financially. So the president did it alone so that the president can't. I told somebody as well, Kabir Aramon is doing wedding today. Who was said the Filasiwa? I didn't have a look. It's not a Filasiwa 5,000. Yeah, Yahoo 115. But any theory, Benny Lodi, I want to Rafila, or Benny, I want to Rafila, I want to Benny. So, like, Chairman Lagos says, oh, the law, you want Rafila. So, something happened to Leeds. So, you are giving your money to a village today. I want to go back in the number line. So, tomorrow you are moving down here, then you move to the front. The chairman was former coordinator of Olodo. He didn't know he was going to be the chairman. So by September we are going to Abuja for national conference. We may replace him with Obalapo. I will bring somebody to be the chairman of Lagos. You can do it. It's good. And you can come and pick anybody from that place and say, okay, Baba Olodo, so that you can get anybody then or you can tell Marile, Abolo Kilo. I'm not fine, it's okay now. I want to know, I don't know, because our comment is quick, I don't know what Baba.
Us again from the ITB, from the National Secretary, I think the greetings to everybody. I will really follow the service protocol. And to the invigilators and the supervisors, I say Salaam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Having said that, the training we are having here is important to us, and it's laying credence to the exam we do. Not all examinations we do, but that we see that people do, or associations, organizations do, that have this kind of training. If you ask me, what do you do in means that is special, that make me want to write your exam, especially for those of us who are not writing our exams? We say this is one of it. We are having a training here. It is only we that know how much goes into this small training, so to speak, as you see it. We spend much on it just because we know that it is important. And for us to do that, we are preparing for the success of that examination, which has not even come, which is about to come. I'm not aware of any training that is being done to the past exams our children attend, which all our students attend in the math. I don't know. And this is an examination of the Lagos State government. Not 3 hours. So when we say let our exam is this, we are not only good on the paper. Look at the examination paper, past questions. So cute. We're not only cute by mere looking at the paper, but in everything we do. And that's the kudos to us. And I also want to add that those of us who are not writing these examinations in our schools, we take it back to them and let them see the need for them to write the examination. The need for them to write the examination because it remains the only credible examination as of today in Lagos State. I don't want to say in Nigeria because it's totally already most of. But I know that most states follow Lagos State in Nigeria. So if it can happen in Lagos State, then I want to assume elsewhere in Nigeria is also the same. So we have to ensure all our other schools also do this LEC examination in order to assist our students, because there are no other examinations that is really ready to use as an assessment for our students in primary schools, other than the LEC. Therefore, I remember the last manager's meeting we attended of our invited guests. He said he wrote LEC. Remember he said he wrote LEC, and he remembered those days when he used to be in the classroom writing LEC. And today he's a graduate. He was even invited as a guest speaker of our program. Imagine. So that tells you what we are doing here today, the future is already catching up with us. If we have not been doing it right, the same way we will have and say, oh, that you can get for us on that day, blah, 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 blah. And today we are saying this is a success story. So please, for schools who have not been writing it, and like Abia said, if all our schools in Lagos have to write examination, and also pay again 20,000 students, still okay, let them better again. But I don't know. Somebody said, well, the brother is the man starts out with I remember somebody would say, kill a man, she needs this one. Kill a man, she needs this one. Kill a man, she needs this one. One of those days, and the education was saying, it's in one of the association, you want to mention. Our teacher for class assignment of Koshi. Assignment by going to my Koshi, chairman, Children's Day Committee. Had a shade of TTT on that. Really was. Chairman tó bá lẹ́nu ọ̀rọ̀ láti sọ̀rọ̀ ẹnu kò rò fún. Agẹjọ́dọ́ ọwọ́ ṣe gẹ́gẹ́dú. But when you give them assignment to do, they will fail. Unfortunately, there's one story, TTT ọ̀la. Ó sì lọ ń gbẹ̀yìn láti write LEC examination. I don't know how you make it. Wọ́n máa lọ bẹ̀yẹ̀ láti write. Anyway, LEC is for anybody that is interested in writing it. But he's not a member of things, but he's writing our exam. Because some way it's a reality that he cannot run away from there. He has not seen any other better examination he can write in school. In fact, he has like 3 or 4 schools scattered in Korodou. He still writes our exam, but it's not with us. The real important is school, intern names, more than double. He just had examination, back examination, like the National Secretary said, has been just reduced. Wọ́n gbé wá gbà, anybody ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ lé lórí, a lè ti gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ náà nìyẹn. Wọ́n ti iṣẹ́ àwọn akọni láti lọ ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn. Àgbàdo bá àwọn ti gbé padà wọ́n kọ̀ sí wọ́n ti bá reduce it. So wọ́n lè rí káàkiri. That's all they continue to say. Ọlọ́run ní orí ẹ̀ náà. So that is another thing. But having said that, I want also to take this examination as very important. I also want to add to this scenario that happened last year. Though we have said it, as I said. But for the future, we should know that this examination, this examination, what night we have in your school. As of today, indeed, so I'm not aware, except to come tomorrow, that there is a special school among us that there is a school that has a special school or school for the special needs. If there is, I will report it officially to the Ministry of Education because if I ask us, you cannot have special students under you when you do not have provisions for special students. So any school that is running a school and they are special students, there is need for the provision of special materials or whatever that will be needed to train such special needs students. Otherwise, take them to schools with special needs. So as of today, in our register and things, we are not aware of any school with special needs students, except to come up today. And that is why it's not reflected in our examination that we give you. Otherwise, if you have told us, and we are aware of 1, 2, 3, 4 special needs schools among us, then there would have been a provision for, because Lagos State knows that there are special people in Lagos. That is why they created a BRT with special seats for special people. So if we in Lagos State, if we have this, you know that we have special schools that are ready to register with us. In our next exam, we make provision for those with special needs. And today, we don't have. That is why the person that was said to have raised an eyebrow last year about this not giving his child the special condition or whatever. Can no win us. People should take this to the highest court. Because we do not bargain. While you are filling the form as said by the former president we never told you, we never filled the form where we attested to that fact that okay, this is special student, I would have given you that permission. But when you are filling the form, you never said it as such. So we are not at fault as far as that is concerned. So that's you have a child that wants to come into your school. It is enough to say, social left. How will it go under any other internal examination in your school? Ó dá wa lójú wípé kó bá ti ṣe lẹ̀ this other examination you do in your school ó kéré lẹ́gbẹ̀lẹ́. This are all other entrance examination we do. So ṣe lẹ̀ kí ló mú nínú lẹ̀? I got 50, I got 100, I got 80. Enough. So it is you that will just know, okay, what level of student do I want to admit into my GSS1. Anybody that admit anything from 60, no, we want anything from 70, you want to say no. But social select, let be the justification or the benchmark for accepting your students into your school. So when we do this, instead of people asking, did the SS select or not? Did the SS select or not? They will stop saying that. Also, one day the government will give us the much needed recognition. What we just need is, in fact, within us, all of us know that after Tabati Shakapo, Tati Shakapo, Shakapo, Tabati, they were there for other examination. I don't see other exams. I don't see them.
Lamina.
Lamina ò lè ọlọ́run.
Ẹ̀wọ̀n ní
Ẹ̀wọ̀n ní
ẹ̀yẹ.
We want to start this program. Part of what we said at first of all is that we want to work within the hour of 9 to 12. By the time we lie, we are still within that hour. Although we started like this, so we appreciate the effort of all of us, particularly my powerful chairman. I want to give you a very Now, under that note, I observe something. As at present, we don't have even up to 30% of aggregate faculty. I'm registering this so that my chairman can take it.
Aggregate faculty.
Yes, you don't know why. On the list I saw just morning. Wow. Where we are expecting about 14. And what will happen to those that fail to attend the training? What is the essence of training? It's for us to know what and what is supposed to be our responsibility on the day.
Just come start.
Like the issue of RBF Koja, hey, my share, and you are invigilating.
My share.
RBF. And it's because if you are not here, then you have anyone else in the community.
Ben.
So, people from Agege, they are not admitted. They are not at all. Although training not an accommodating, but then for some of us that are just coming at any time you like, what's the essence of coming? And we are training from now. How come one receive it to someone else or and let me tell you this. Supervisor has every right to chase you out or away if you fail to come at the stipulated time on that day. And mind you, you're supposed to receive supervisor. Not that the issue of an issue sheet is not an excuse. This is some sharing water about the badger to try. Remember, balance is not try here. Nǹkan wáyé jẹ́ kó máa jẹ́ wá lójú.
Àti wáyé.
Jẹ́ kó máa jẹ́ wá lójú. Nǹkan tó bá jẹ́ nǹkan wá jẹ́ kó máa jẹ́ wá lójú. Àwọn aláàfáà ń fàgbé ìjà wa lọ tàbí dání lọ. So you suppose to receive your supervisor that day. There are some of us that are nursing mothers. Please, ẹ má kọ́ ọmọ wá sí sẹ́ńtà o. Dákẹ́ why you are invigilating? Àwọn apàṣẹ kí là ń ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀? Because I breastfeed your mother. That very period, then the breastfeed here, what will happen to your class? If you are nursing, ẹ wá wọ ìmọ̀ pẹ̀lú ọmọ yẹn náà, ó jókòó sí ìdílé ọ̀sẹ̀ náà, ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ parí ẹ̀ sáà. Then don't be the school rep and the invigilator at the same time. Wọ́n fẹ́ kọ́ ọmọ wá, wọ́n máa wà ní class. It's not done. It's not done. Wọ́n máa kọ́ ló wà ní school. Let another person take charge of taking the pupils to the center. Maybe those things go there, my fellow community day. So don't wait for Lamidi that day. Go to your center. Let another person take Lamidi to the center. So please and please, those are my observations, please. Please. Because never go out of the our body is official assignment. So no, I should go now, what now I want to Agege.
On behalf of Agege and Fakulty, I want to tender our apology. If I say I didn't know what happened, but it is not something that will come to one idea. So we discussed that. But the redress I want to seek, I will 100% exonerate all their test schools. You know what I'm saying? It is not the making of their test school. The only person that was here because I'm an insider and it's from my school. So it's not straight to me. But on behalf of other schools, it is not, because one of them have to private chat me after my discussion with you and after you. And the person I'm supposed to be in with that person's wedding today now. So the person was saying, look at what my people, your so person said to me. But how did you want me to do this now? I said I'm true because I don't want to say some things as a leader, not to cause promotion. So please, we are very sorry, but please, I don't know if you can give permission because there must be invigilators. There must be invigilators. So we help us see that.
So at the state level, we see what we do on that. Then to my coordinators, we noticed that some of our coordinators are not yet. And every information sent to the platform, let us immediately take it to our zonal platform as well. I'm receiving some calls since yesterday, this morning. I'm not happy. Shall connect on you by this morning. We have all this before now. Why is there so many people now to training? Why? And I've sent them just come out straight. I've sent the list of invigilators to coordinators since 2nd of this month. Since 2nd of February. Today is 14. And today is 14. So we have enough time to pass that information across. So we don't matter about that. So inshallah, that's why we meet on the D-Day. Truly, was during Ramadan, March 7th, for Agege Center. What do you know about Center, sir? Awam Islam, Agege Alifakojayi. For Adimosho, Wiba, Memorial. It's also are we here? Muslim, right? Our center, the name of our center. And Mr. Inshallah, Fatma College, Monsieur Solo, Saint Martins, Solo, and Mushi. For Shomolu Mainland Island, CMS Primary School, right? So, inshallah. Where again? Ojofe, Freedom, àti Aguda. For Surulere, we are going. Aguda Grammar School. Ojo. Ikra, right? Yes. Badagry. For Badagry. Sir. Sulika line. Wali Kram. Ojo. No, Badagry. So for our CBT, we have CBT at the Otumoshi Center. We have CBT at the Ikra College. That is comprised Oyo and Badagry. We have CBT at the Ojofe Center, Gredo, that comprises of Ikorodu, Lagos Island. Agege, we have one center there as well. So that's one center we are having for CBT. So for some of us that will be coming with pain, it is not allowed. Pain, they are wanting those way. It is not allowed. Not the main.
Right now, say,
Subhanahu wa ta'ala.